Good afternoon, Central Indiana. Welcome to Porch Time Live from Casey's Call Studio. I can get my bearings. I got to talk about sponsors and storms and everything real quick. Once again, we're live at Casey's Call Studio. Thank you to Kevin and Tanya for allowing us to be involved in their son's foundation. We love those guys and appreciate all they do for us and other people across the county, and they're down in Florida right now, I believe, with softball. So let's not forget about American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-409-2837. He just got back from Costa Rica, because that's what he does. And I think he's down at 1915 right now. I'm just guessing. Key Realty with Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. One of the better human beings on this planet, but she will also take care of all your real estate needs. Stitt's Comfort System. Get a hold of Caleb Stitt at 765-346-0195. If you have issues with your furnace or AC or anything like that, call Caleb. He's a good dude, good family, and his wife's got a couple of my sponsors. Larry's got that Farmstead 44, which is phenomenal, and Caleb has the his wife's got Jamie's got to stand out in front of his business. Livewire, Tommy Walls Electrical Consulting and Alarm System, 765-792-4012. Tommy Walls, another amazing human being. K2 Fitness, locally owned and open 24 hours. Wellspring, it's Jennifer Burns Group, 765-342-6661. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. Mike's Automotive, Mikey Swango. Tell him Kevin sent you. He said, Kevin sent me. He said, you take care of us. Two other sponsors. What's up, Mr. Fields? I'm going to save the one for last. Home Market, right down here off of West Morgan, 321 West Morgan. Stop in there. They have some delicious chicken, some great people. Jade works there. And how you doing, Mr. Fields? Just a phenomenal bunch of folks. And I need to go in there. I need to stop in there and go live and check it out. Also, Levi Farms. I was out there just a little bit ago. Randall and friends. All your excavation needs. Dumpster rentals, roll-up dumpsters, land clearing, demo work, hay sales, beef sales, firewood, and they have the Scottish Highlands cows also. But here's what this guy did today. I appreciate all my sponsors, by the way. Every one of them. Levi, last year did this on Father's Day too, or Father's Day weekend. He cooked a bunch of beef up, and this will get me to my store where I'm going to, and I want to show you some cool stuff we got here. Cooks prime rib, cowboy beans, burgers, you name it, just a ton of food. Well, he's hit me all day to come out there. Good pizza, there you go. Hit me all day. I heard about that. They got good food down there at Home Market. He hit me all day to come on out there. Well, see something. Finally he said, I've got 100 burgers and a bunch of cowboy beans. You need to come out. So it's a drive. It's 20 minutes from right here. I drive out there, and he does. He's got prime rib. He's got cowboy beans. It's just unbelievable. Smoked it for hours. So we're eating and talking, and there's like 10 young guys sitting over on the table. And he says, these guys live across county, Monroe County, and their houses got wiped out. And no one's come to talk to them. No one. Not a soul. Not FEMA, not Monroe MA, no one. He goes, and I knew they were over there working because I heard the chainsaws. And he goes, so I gathered them up and brought them up here, and he's fed them. He's been feeding them today. And they were very thankful. But I talked to him, and the guy said, yeah, we've not gotten a hold of anybody. Here's a difference. I reached out to RMA, and she gave me direction right off the bat, and I've already sent that information to them. Literally, they can walk across the woods and be in Morgan County, but they're in Monroe County. So hopefully we can help. It's a bunch of good young dudes, hard workers, you can tell. Hopefully we can help these guys out. Levi fed them today. Levi Farms fed them today. Good guys. Talked to them for a little bit. So, but they got wiped out. I mean, the tornado went, Levi said, roughly 600 yards just south of his property line, and he lives right there on the county. His business is right there on the county line, out there in Sticks. And 600 yards south of that, my daughter lives. So yeah, we had a lot of folks. Good Lord was willing. I know those folks lost their homes, but that tornado, as strong as it was, could not have went a better direction and not hit anybody. I know the one gal hurt her ankle. I know there's a lady hurt over by Helmsburg. But you couldn't have laid that out there. An F3, possibly even worse, tornado to go through the heart of Indiana and tear up some very sacred land to us as far as kids growing up and playing around. You could not have put it out there any better and not got anyone hurt. It was amazing. But anyway, REMA, I talked to them. I relayed information from our guys to them, and hopefully they'll get on the road and get some things done for their property. They lost everything. So, a bunch of good dudes. So anyway, that being said, I was at Indy's today. Indy's, they had a community day. I think it's still going on, actually, till 7. Hey there, Robert. Ryan had me over there. Good times over there. Indy's is trying to be part of the community and have some people out and just trying to get people in. They got a tough deal. They got cut off from almost the entire city because we wouldn't underpass or overpass the interstate on Burton Lane. So you cut Indy's off a quick access point. And I know it's not that big of a drive, but do you drive past all the restaurants here in town to go to Indy's? Do you exit the highway to go to Indy's? So you could have made it real simple. You drive right down Burton Lane, boom, you're there. Now we got other breakfast places. They serve all day, but they have breakfast all day too. So good folks, local folks, they hire a lot of people from the area. So I wanted to go out there and go live, and I did, and promote their stuff. So, all right, speaking of weather, tomorrow there are storms coming in again. And I don't mind using the setup that I have, and I still may go to it until I get comfortable with this. But this is what we have now. These are 2 different radars. Robert, yeah, Randall is a amazing human being. These are 2 different radars. This is my radar. This is what I have on the phone. It's called My Radar. This is what I have on the phone. As you can see, Indiana, we've got a flood watch, and these rivers, flood warning on the rivers, on the Wabash, and I'm guessing that's probably the White River down in Ohio, I would assume. This is my radar, and I like this one. I'm comfortable with this because I've been using it. But this one over here, oh, I didn't mean to. You gotta be careful. Let me drag this over. This one over here, this is called Omega, Radar Omega. And I'm doing wrong here. Oh boy. I'm a rookie. You have to excuse me. Yeah, this is, let me just go full screen. This is Radar Omega. And this is the high dollar one. I want that off there. I'll have to play with that. But this is, these are the storms out west. And see, like, here's a tornado warning right here. You want to zoom in. You want to grab it. Tornado warning radar indicated 2.5-inch size hail, tennis ball size. Says it right like that. And I could do the pan out stuff. I have to figure all that out. But I want that off. There we go. I think this is the watch box. It's just, you got to learn to do it all. And I'm getting there. It's just going to take some time. So, but I like this Radar Omega. It has a lot of good stuff with it. This is what most of the big dogs are using. And again, because this seems to get lost in the shuffle, I'm not a meteorologist, I'm not a weather guy, but we have a lot of folks in this area that watch our show and depend on getting information from us. So if I have to sit here and gather information from other sources and give you that information that they're talking about, I will do that. But I never said I was a weather guy. I know there's someone making jokes about it. We say Timu weather, but we're not. We're not weather people. We do have a storm in southern Indiana. No big deal. But we're going to continue doing what we're doing. Whether I have 10 viewers or, hello PJ, or 10,000. Some heavy storms out west, out in Omaha, Kansas City, Lexington, Casper, Cheyenne. A lot of severe storm warnings there, severe watch warnings, severe thunderstorm watch is there. You did have one tornado warning right in this area earlier. It has expired. So that stuff is headed our way. Getting closer to home. Not a lot going on in our area, but I like this one. I may have them both up. Let me close it down. I'll pull my other one up. This is my one that I have on my phone, and I'm more used to it. It just has a lot of, I have to filter all this out. And I want to get rid of all of it. It does bring you down street level, though. Right in here is where the tornado went through. That guy lived on Bottom Road. No, Bowman Road, I'm sorry. But a lot of this area just got hammered. Craziness. I'll try to show where I was at today if I can find it. Bean Blossom. Hang on one second. Let me get the street names back up here. Yeah. There's Peregrine Road. Lisa, it comes and goes. I don't want to do Armageddon. I don't either. Hello, Rachel. I don't either, Seth. I agree, Teresa. Anyway, we was right here. We was right down here today. This area. So, and those poor guys got hammered right through there. But I like this radar. I'm more comfortable with it. It's almost too informative at times, and I have to figure out how to get rid of a lot of this, and I will. Just take some time. I don't need all that, and you just have to go in here and chop it down, and I've not done that yet, but eventually I'm going to go to this one, Radar Omega. This is what all the big dogs use. And it's very, Seth, I want to say it's going to be, but after the other day, I don't want to say, yeah, it's going to be a minute. I guess I could put myself on camera. Hang on. I don't want to say it is and then it's not. I'm not a weather guy. I'm just a Martinsvillian that tries to pay attention. So there was damage all throughout here today, by the way, when I went down through there. There's all your roads out that way, and there's Wampler, there's Burma. This got hit hard. That's Buskirk. This whole area here got hammered. Buskirk did. And here's where Devin lives. This is Denny right here. Devin lives literally right here on this. You probably see her house if you really dug in. She lives right there. And it went right through here. And Randall, Levi's right up in here. And it went right underneath him. And those guys that I was talking about from Monroe County, those guys from Monroe County live right there. and they didn't get a lot of help. So I told them I reached out to our EMA and talked to them. But here's what's coming towards us. As you can see, lots of flood warnings and watches. That's going to be the biggest issue. One of the bigger issues is going to be the flooding. If we get another couple inches of rain on top of the saturation the ground has already had, that can spell trouble. So you're going to have to watch that in southern Indiana. You've got thunderstorm watches and warnings all across this whole area, and some big ones out here trying to blow up out in Wyoming. So Kansas is getting hit pretty hard. Nebraska's getting hit pretty hard, heading towards Iowa and then Missouri and over to Illinois eventually, and to us tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon. I hope it's nothing like what we had. That was ludicrous. When I'm sitting here watching this area right here, and it's tornado warning, tornado warning, tornado warning, and they're all going this way, dude, I about threw up. That's the first time I've ever been live on air and just stared at it and was like, I don't want to be here right now. I've got 2 kids in the line of this. I've got a city and family and friends in the line of one of them, and they're all heading right for us. And there's not a daggone thing I could do but tell you, hey, they're heading right for us. We're about to get blown off the map by 3 tornadoes. So we're just going to have to play it by ear. At least, and that's the whole thing. I had someone say thank you for being there and keeping us informed, because he gave a heads up, and I said that's all I care about. If I give you enough warning from watching this to put enough fear in you to say, okay, there's a storm out there coming our way that could have a tornado, I'm going to go to shelter. And then a tornado pops out of that, or there is a tornado and it heads your way and you've gone to shelter because of something you saw in here, I'll take that as a win. That's what I told this gal today. I said, that's all I care about. If we're saving lives, I'm happy with that. You'll get in your meteorology degree by fire this year with this weather by the roundabouts. The RTV will be offering a job in September. I think it's a combination of the roundabouts and the windmills, Teresa. Let's not forget the windmills, which are worthless. I've gotten lucky a couple times. I'm paranoid. And I mean, I watched Bam, I watched Zach. I like that air. I like the gal from over at Terre Haute. She's a young lady, but she's chippy and chirper, and she seems, I like watching her. I forget her name. Don't say that. And we got to drop the T move. I'm afraid I'm going to get sued from that. So I think it's hilarious. We as humans, we like to laugh in the face of danger and death. And I'm just telling you now, when someone passes in our family, don't go to the funeral. Oh, we're going to cry, but don't go to the funeral home and don't think you're going to hear jokes and laughing and cackling, because that's how we deal with pain. And when you're scared, you're going to hear very off-color jokes, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're telling funeral jokes at a funeral home about their father, about their mother. So when we get scared, we're going to laugh and we're going to carry on and have fun. Even then, we know there's 3 freaking tornadoes lined up to the west of us heading due east. And you're like, okay, that one's going to hit Devon, that one's going to take CB out, and this one's going to hit Martinsville. I'm like, we're done. We're done. I know, Teresa, those roundabouts and windmills. Here's my third grade. Here's my sophomore humor. When I saw the devastation from the aerial shot of the drone of the forestry, my first thought was, hey, maybe we'll get a better snapshot of Squatch this time. Let alone the destruction. No, Corey, it did not. Corey, what do you think? This is Radar Omega. This is what a lot of the big dogs use, since, we are. I agree, Lisa. This is loaded with information. And here you go. Here's a new tornado warning. This thing chirps and beeps at you and yells at you. Expires an hour and 4 minutes. Tornado. Let me see if I can move it up here. Yeah, radar indicated 2.5 inches tennis ball size hail. Holy cow. That's Radar Omega. Let me go back to this. This is my radar. It's called My Radar. I'll eventually figure out how to clean all this crap up, but there's their tornado warning. And then you'd have to click on it, and it's going to give you the radar indicated tennis ball size hail. Gives you the same information, but all that stuff you just have to filter out. I haven't done it on here yet. Right, Seth. We can put a road right through the forestry now. No, there's Mr. Wilson. Hello, Mr. Wilson. No, I think eventually we're going to go to this one. It's just got so much. You can do the map it out and say, hey, in an hour it's going to be here. And somewhere on here is that you can do that where it shows debris fields like this tornado right here. There's your classic hook. This is out in Nebraska. Am I right? Or is it South Dakota? It doesn't give the state lines as much. There's Lincoln. So is this Kansas? This is Kansas. I stand corrected. Yeah. So my biggest thing is if I can get the information and prove and find out that it's correct and give it to you guys in time to save lives, that's all I care about. I'm not forecasting. I'm not a weatherman. But if a red box pops up here and I can go, hey, Danville, you got a tornado to your west, seek cover. That's all I'm trying to do. Martinsville, you got a severe thunderstorm warning to your west associated with the tornado a few minutes ago. Might seek cover. That's it. So eventually we're going to use this once I figure out all the bells and whistles. And I mean, it's got bells and whistles out the yin yang. But I like it. I like them both. I like it's an upgrade over the National Weather Service radar, which I'm not afraid to use it. It's helped us out all along. But on my phone, when you hear me say, hey, I'm going to go to my other radar, this is the one I would be going to. Currently, we're under a flood watch. Of course, you got river flood warnings, the Wabash, and I believe that's the White all the way down there by Ohio. I don't know. Flood watch all the way out in here, and then you start getting into your severe thunderstorm watches and tornado and high wind and fire and everything else. But we'll use them both. We'll check them both and see which one does what. But remember, they get their information from the National Weather Service. That's why I like using that one map, because the sad thing is they send out the tornado warning and they don't upgrade their map until they've pushed it out across the board. Like, I can click on this tornado warning, boom. Expires in 1 hour, radar indicated 2.5 inches of cell, blah, blah, blah. There you go. And we can eventually time it out whichever way it's going. It's down here in one of these. That's probably it, but I'm not clicking on anything. I've been playing with it for about an hour and at least got it to here. So, you mean that one? Yeah. Daggone right I do, buddy. Closer to home, nothing tonight that we know of. There's been a couple storms slide through, a couple rain showers. I'm ready for some snow. I hate saying that, but These storms this year just wore me out. 24 tornadoes in June across the state of Indiana. That's ridiculous, dude. Yeah, I like this one. See, you got all sorts of 24-hour rotation, current hell, hour hell. See, all this stuff. I'm like clicking on it. Here's a scale of some sort. I'm not even clicking on it right now. I'll just have to come in here and play around or wait till I'm off air, but hey, I'd rather have a good 4 or 5 inch snowfall than have to say, hey, Ellisville, you're about ready to get smoked by an F3. I can't stand that. That is the first time online when there was a tornado down here. There was a tornado about right here, and there was a tornado about right here. 3 warnings. All head east. I was like, are you kidding me? Where's global warming at? Can we not just have a drought and have Kevin warn us about incoming tumbleweeds? Exactly. I saw a graphic today that we were top 5 rated in total tornadoes in Indiana. Right. Yeah. And we're middle of June. Middle of freaking June. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, what is that? Oh, I must have hit it. That's the radar. Oh, dude, we got to do that. Oh, we got to do that. We got to do that. Holy cow. What is that? So, severe potential watch. Mesoscale discussion. I'm not even clicking on that. I don't even know what a mesoscale is. Yes, I have, Robin. Let's well, that wasn't what I wanted. But we're getting there. You can go back. I can't. Not on this one now. But it's there somewhere. 30 alerts right now across the country. Hey, we were watching that debris ball ourselves as it rolled into right across here, right along county line when it was going into Fruitdale into Morgantown. Where's that entrance at that we went into, Corey? That's Hacker Creek. Okay, here's the entrance that we went into. That's state line. That's county line. Where's the main? Is this it? Is this where we come through? Okay, yeah. Forest Road. Yeah. So that thing hit right. It came from here and it tore all that up, but it kind of went this way along through here. Both those 3 campgrounds. That's why Low Gap's all tore up. That I want to drive down through there. You'll have a good image right through here. Guarantee it. Because Morgantown and Fruitdale. Morgantown and Fruitdale, because it went right through here. So yeah, I want to check that out. We'll have to drive down there this week some point in time. Anyway, this is the radar we're going to end up using. I'm not saying we'll use it for the storms tomorrow, but it's very busy. It shows you everything. I can get rid of all the names of the cities, but I like to at least know where the hell I'm at half the time. The other one I think is too busy from my phone. I can start filtering through there and getting some of this stuff off, but oh, I didn't know that. Oh my. Oh my. See, it's flat. I just went right across it. What the hell's going on over in Europe? Moderate thunderstorm warnings for the entire country? They're complaining. What is this? Heavy thunder. Oh, they give heavy thunderstorms. Those aren't thunderstorms, kids. Come across the pond here. We'll show you thunderstorms. I didn't know all that. I have too much fun with this stuff. But again, I am not a weatherman. I don't want to be accused of being a weatherman. I don't want someone to get mad at me because we do weather on here. I do like this. It really gives you the breakdown of like where we're at. I can go out here right now and show you. I can show you. This is CB's neck of the woods right here. Right in this area. Hello, Camilla. Hello, Chris. Hello, Diana. Anyway, Randall Blankenship's a good dude. They do a lot of good stuff out there. Somebody pulled up here now. Is that a Thunderbird? I don't know who it is. Somebody I know. They must want donuts. Gonna have to wait till Monday. I like this, called My Radar. You guys, anybody can download it to their phone. It's free. It does a good job. But eventually we're gonna go with the big dog, Radar Omega. We'll figure out how to use it. It's the best of its ability for what we want to do and keep people safe here in central Indiana and other areas, specifically central Indiana. Let's see how low we can get with this one. Oh yeah, it does the same thing. Maybe in a better level. Let's see what we got. Oh my. It really breaks it down. That's crazy. I can almost see gazebos in the backyards. Well, there's a racetrack. I wonder how close I can get. I'm just playing. I'm on air and I'm playing. I know y'all are like, what's he doing? Just playing. Just ignore me. Yeah. Zooms right in there. 1289, baby. $16.07. That really is tight. We don't have to get it that exact, but I'll be curious when they get storms coming tomorrow. We can zoom in on them and see if it makes a difference. You don't have a lot of the little names pop up. Well, I guess you do. You got Waken, Plano, Loomis. Anyway, that's all I got. Hats off to, what's up, Mr. Hoskins? Hats off to Indies today. Bunch of good folks out there. I stopped out there. Big thank you out to Levi Farms, Randall. Randall's a good dude. Him and his family. They were helping folks literally from right across the, let's see, we're going to find that. We're going to find that because I want to show you where we were at. Okay, there's Turkey Track. Where's Salem? There's Salem. Burnett Road. Was he right here? There's Deck. I think we're down here. There's Pocket Hollow. Wampler. Where's the border? So we were down here a little closer. Yeah. Here's where we were, right in here, Burnett Road tonight. And those guys live like right here. Let's say Wampler. Was it Wampler Road? Yeah, I think they live on Wampler. And the tornado went right through there and destroyed their houses. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Blaze. Teresa. Morgan Cooper, how are you? Kevin got a good radar. Kevin don't know how to use it, though. Kevin's trying. But he fed them. They haven't got any help yet. I talked to our EMA, gave him some direction, and they're going to get some help, hopefully. They live right across the county line in Monroe County, and they haven't got a lot of help coming up from there. Yep, Blaze, we went with Omega, and we're just learning, playing. There's things on there I want to know. Fair enough. I just want to be able to extend. And I know that where you see the one screen that shows you the debris fields and stuff like that, because I would have loved to have had something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're about saving lives and getting the information out. That's all we want to do in advance, so people have time to make that decision. Do I go to shelter, or do I sit on my front porch with my phone? And this will put you closer to the battle. If this shows it right here over Clay City, it's pretty much right there over Clay City. Like on some of the radars we've been using, it'll show it on Clay City, and it's almost Spencer already. This is good stuff right here. Be more than welcome if you're in the area ever, Blaze. Let me know. I've been YouTubing it and just hitting buttons and playing. I didn't realize that it's tied to your phone. You have to buy your phone and do the subscription there before to give it here. Thank you, sir. That'll work. And so I was fighting. I was like, why can't I get it to do anything? Then I figured it out. You have to go through your phone before it actually allows you to do that up here. Hey, remember, folks, Blaze is way down here along the river. He's a river rat. And he comes up. He's a storm chaser, wind seeker. And he was all over the other day. There were so many storm chasers in this part of the world the other day. It was insane. I think there was 52. Am I wrong? That's the number that pops in my head. Did I hear that correctly? 52 storm chasers across central Indiana and central Illinois when that system came through. From the sunny side of the river. Cordon. You're not from Cordon. That's where you work. No, you're from Cordon. You work across the river. Am I correct? No, I'm incorrect. You work in Cordon. He'll correct me here in a minute. Anyway, this is one we're probably going to end up using. I believe it. I believe it, Blaze. I do like, because it's on my phone and I'm used to it, I do like the old My Radar. It's simple. It's full, though. It's very busy. But I can follow it. That's the breakdown. He lives in Brandenburg and drives up the road to Corydon. How's that bridge situation down there? Do we need to zoom in and take a look at that bridge? I'm not a bridge fan. As long as it's straight and not too high off the ground, I'm good. You getting this one over here on 231, yeah, pucker factor goes up about tenfold. I think that's it right there. Yeah, not my favorite area right there. Anyway, I'm just playing. I got a new toy. But be weather-wise tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Heavy rain. Flooding is going to be an issue if we get the amount of rain they're talking about. Here you go. Here's that tornado still. This is what I like about this. I can grab it. What, they get rid of the tornado already? Tornado warning observed. Expires in 28 minutes. Hell, 4 inches in diameter. Softball size freaking hell. Are you kidding me? Look at that monster. Softball size hell. This is out in Kansas City, isn't it? Or Kansas, I should say. Yeah. That is insane. Read that. 4 inches in diameter. I wasn't up on that, Blaze. So it's common practice out there. That's a big chunk of hell, though. That's that big. That's window buster. That's if you're driving down the interstate, you best stop. No, I don't think they're supposed to come through till tomorrow afternoon late and tomorrow evening. That's what I saw earlier. Don't quote me. I'm not a weather guy. I don't want no one mad at me claiming I said I was a weather guy, because I'm not. But that's what I thought I read. Effingham got hit hard the other day. Charleston, right in here somewhere, they got hammered also. Are they up? More by Terre Haute. Wherever Charleston's at, along through here, they took a beating. I thought it was right here along the... Wherever Charleston's at, Effingham they're further up. They're up in here. Because Effingham was getting hammered and Charleston was getting hammered too. All day. You could use a lazy day. Hey, I saw you on the lake a couple times. I think you've had a couple good lazy days. Nothing in our area right now. It's all out west of us. There was a couple rain showers that moved through. Now they're down to Louisville, down there in Corydon area right now as we speak. I don't think there's anything severe going on with them. Some over here in Ohio and West Virginia. Let's take a look. Oh my. Georgia, South Carolina, Northern Florida getting the shambles. Oh, this was that tropical storm, wasn't it? Or part of it. That's all flooded over in Texas now. heavy storms over in Jasper and Lufkin over in Texas. See, I have way too much fun with this. I could sit here and doodle all night. Blaze, if you're still on, this made me chuckle. Okay, that's a typhoon. That's a typhoon. What we got going on over here? Oh, where's it at? Is it on my other radar? No. Tell me it wasn't on this one. Is it on the other one? Dude, I started dying laughing. Yeah, it's on this one. What we got? What's up, Anthony? I'm not saying you don't. What we got going on over here in Europe? I mean, I was in Germany. I was, as a matter of fact, Rheinland-Pfalz. There we go. Trier, been there. Oberstein, here we go. Should be right in here. Are we on the back side? Tell you how long it's been since I've been there. Oberstein, Warbach. Doggone it. I'll have to dig around now. Some of these names look familiar, but they all kind of look the same, too. I'm going to have to reset. Where's Kaiserslautern? Rheinland-Pfalz. Traben-Traubat. Stromberg. Well, anyway, I'll have to go digging. What's going on over in Europe? They look like they're getting hammered. I thought that was hilarious. They got all Europe underneath the watch. Close to home, let's go back to the good radar. This is what's coming to us tomorrow afternoon. There is one tornado warning out right now in Kansas with 4-inch diameter softball size hail. I guess, Robin. These other ones are 2.5-inch size hail, so that's crazy. Hokey. I guess I don't know how you pronounce that. Hoaxy. That's nasty. It doesn't seem like a very populated area, but still. That's out in Kansas. This is a big watch box for severe weather that could happen overnight, they said. And this is all moving towards us for tomorrow. That's all I got. I wanted to get Hunter and play around a little bit and say thank you to Indies and thank you to Levi Farms today. Randall Blankenship is a first-class human being if you guys have never met him. He makes... His cowboy beans are phenomenal. So, anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us and always being there for us. Pray tomorrow that we have, it's so nice out there right now. If I wouldn't have eaten 4 pounds of beans and prime rib, I'd go get ice cream, but it's a gorgeous night. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and hopefully tomorrow it's not as bad as you're saying. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.